woman. Come on, y'all, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me, y'all. Why are men so intimidated by a strong black woman? Talk to me, y'all. I'm going to turn it over to Big Ump. Come on, Ump. Give it to me.
That's the question. I want to know, why are men scared of strong, black, independent women? And I set this topic because on TikTok, y'all likes to argue and degrade our women. And I really want to know from the men that likes doing that. Okay? Now, I didn't know. I guess once my thing started flashing in, it made the live go on. Actually, I just cut it on so it'll start streaming to other platforms. I had to let it stream. But anyway, I'm just trying to make sure everything's up and moving right. How's everybody doing? Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. How's everybody doing? Stevie Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Now, TikTok. I'm giving y'all a challenge. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. If you're a man that's intimidated by, look at that, look at that. Why are men scared of strong, educated women, independent women? Speak your mind. What's up, Seven? Give me a sec. Speak your mind. Y'all got all that mouth when you can go up on messy TikTok platforms. You can go on messy TikTok platforms and degrade each other and talk down towards each other. Now you got the opportunity to come over here. But don't disrespect my panel. If I feel like you're being too disrespectful, bye. Bye. I ain't playing. But I want us to have a decent conversation. Because guess what? I asked my daughter to come over here, right? Only asked one. That's the lawyer. Because I want to know where she's at. Be honest with you. And I don't think she'll mind me saying this. The young man that she been with since private school. She was trying to encourage him and motivate him as far as getting himself together. Now he works and everything, right? He works. But what she was doing, she was trying to encourage him to fulfill his own personal dreams, right? Because they both went to college, all of that. But she pursued it and went further as far as she got her bachelor's of art degree. She's working in a law firm. The goal is to go back now to get her law license, right? to become a lawyer. Now, because she's an independent person, woman, got her own place, all of this, 25 years old. 25 years old. And my thing is, whatever man that comes in her life, not just her, her sisters too, they already well independent women. They got their own places, own cars. And if you're going to get involved in their life, you should have your stuff together, man. Why be intimidated to buy somebody, a woman-wise, that's taking care of herself and taking care of her business? And if you got something to offer, you bring it. Why am I going to feel intimidated by you? And I shared this on my other live, my little 5-minute ones that I want to send over to my stream, right? So to go on my TV channel. And I'm telling y'all as a man, I'm talking to my brothers, as a man that was taught to take care of his responsibilities. This is how my mother raised me. Men take care of their responsibilities. Y'all don't hear me talk about 50-50. Because to me, that's like cheating yourself. Half and half. Which I look, I got you. If it comes down to that. I've never had a woman to take care of me in that sense. One thing about me, when it comes to the woman, when it comes to family, most of all, you know, it has to be about me first in order for me to maintain a decent household. I hope I'm not throwing y'all off. I hope I'm not. You know why? Because I'm talking about being responsible. I'm talking about being productive as a man. You know, you got doctors, you got lawyers, you have, I'm trying to think of your educators, you have, I'm trying to think of more like professional career-minded people, right? Who makes pretty good money, you know. Don't ever feel bad because of their profession. Like we have artists, right? That makes millions. Business women that makes millions, right? Why feel intimidated? Because they put in the hard work to gain the things that they wanted out of life. That's all you got to do is the same. You might not match them financially, but understand, you as a human being, right? Don't base your relationship solely around your finances. Some women do love taking care of their mates. They do. Matter of fact, it's a lot of them. I just don't want, check this out, family. Because my daughters are real independent women. When I say mama's boys, because I'm a mama's boy. When I say mama's boy, I'm talking about the boys, the men that look for women to take care of them. And they don't really care to take care of them back. Those are the type of ones. I don't want you around my daughters. They already know that. But then I have to respect the fact that whoever they bring in their lives, personally, that's their choice. That's their choice. But I want them to pick somebody that's reliable, responsible, financially dependable to match them. Don't let them struggle by themselves and taking care of the mortgage, taking care of the car payment, taking care of the car insurance. My daughter, my youngest daughter, pays $1,600 a month. I said, you know you can get a house with that. Buy a house. That's not where she's at right now. But I was letting her know, at $1,600 a month, you can buy a house with that. Now she's 25. So she's basically touching the waters. You know, she stepped out. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. But I don't want her, I'm looking at her paying $1,600, then her car payment, then her car insurance, and then some guy want to come and live up off her. And y'all all right with that? And a lot of y'all is okay with that. I'm talking about the men. I do not, personally, want you living up off my daughters. And believe me, you come in their lives, we all gonna have a talk. I don't know about some of y'all. I don't know about y'all. I just know when it comes to me and mine, even though they are adults, we would have a conversation. Why did you decide to allow this person in your life that can't really help provide for you? Why would you pick somebody like that? Personally, I raised them better than that. But guess what? I have to respect their opinions too, or who they deal with. But look, let me read this off to y'all, right? If you want to come up, request up. Let me read this off. Let me read this off. Let me read this off. Look. Why are men? Excuse me. When I drink my little Pepsi and stuff, I get the burps. Why are men scared of strong, educated, independent women? Y'all know what I did, Baltimore City. My mother, right, because she raised me and taught me how to be responsible at a young age, right? And I asked my mother, I'm like, Ma, why did you taught me how to be responsible early on? And she said, just in case you don't meet a woman that can take care of you. You don't meet a woman that can take care of you. You can basically take care of yourself. So I know what I bring to the marriage. You get it? I know what I bring to the marriage. Because she did a very good job with me, even though I strayed here and I went that, but she did a great job with all her children, to be honest with you. Even though we was caught the heck up with the drugs and alcohol and all that, but we still tried to be productive people. It didn't work. Something had to go. Eventually, the drugs had to go. The smugs, for TikTok's sake. So anyway, listen to what I just said. My mother taught me how to be responsible and productive as far as a man takes care of his responsibilities. So the same way she taught me is the same way I raise my girls, right? To be independent women, just in case they don't meet that man that can take care of them. You know your position as a man. If you wasn't never taught what it is to be responsible, then you won't understand the words I'm saying out my mouth. All of my daughters have their own place. All of my nieces that I raise have their own place. Right? I'm talking about the women in the Copeland family. And I'm proud of my nephews as well. But it's the women that's the strongest, most powerful ones in the family, just like my mother was. And I'm very, very proud of that. So, in saying that, right, why would you want to be intimidated by a woman that's willing to carry her own? She's willing to carry you too. But now, when you come into a relationship like that, right, make sure you have your own to bring, gentlemen. Have something to bring. You might not make as much as the woman do, and it's okay. But just have something to bring. Financially, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Y'all should have knew I was going to go there. Because the material things come and they go. The house, the cars, the jewelry. But being a loving, caring, kind, compassionate man, being warm, sensitive, me saying these things, can you understand the love that I feel inside for myself? The love that I feel inside for myself. No amount of money can cover that. Catch what I'm saying, please. You might not be, brothers, financially there, but if you got a good heart, a good spirit, kind, gentle, warm, I'm talking about in here, where you can't put a price on it. Just messed your head up, didn't I? Because we always take our relationships and it's based around material things. And it's okay because that's life. It's based around how big you is, how good you are in the bedroom. All that is fine and dandy. Do not get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. Because I'm going to tell you this. If you turned me on when I met you, you better continue turning me on in the bedroom. Okay? Whatever your appearance was when I met you, you fine little sexy thing. You're a little gorgeous son. Because see, if it ain't right in the bedroom, 9 times out of 10, Big Steve gonna go. I don't mean leave the marriage. I have a tendency of stepping out when I get bored. Hey girl, what's your name? How much money you got? I don't care who you is. Let me not be happy with me inside. And that might not have nothing to do with you. That's my own personal bull crap. Alright? Why? Why, man? Why are you afraid of women that's educated and independent? When I hear women say stuff like, and men too, I'm not just talking about men. When I hear women say they like a man or love a man that's very intellectual, conversation wise, and that turns them on, ladies, sometimes you talk too much. Bing! Bing! If you're disrespectful, if you loud and you boisterous, I don't care how sexy you is. I don't care how fine you is. But if you carry yourself in an amazing, beautiful way, just turn it on. Turn it on. See, brothers, we're focused on the wrong things. Now, I'm going to share with you from a, I had to catch my words for TikTok, a whoremonger. When I tell people, check this out, and I'm only saying this, right? It could be the ego, it could be the pride. Either way, right? Check this out. I'm a former male. Watch what I say, right? Because I got to watch my words for TikTok, family. I'm a former male 304, 608. I ain't no different. Look, back in the days, right? I wasn't no different than that woman that's out on the corner waiting for me to bring her some money. Now, the ones that was on the corner, I didn't. But if as long as I didn't know you was like open like that, I ain't had no problem messing with you. But if I knew you was straight out a 304, no. I'm saying me. Right, gentlemen? I'm saying me. As long as you act shy and quiet and all, I'm like, hey, come here. I'm telling you me. But I got to watch what I say for TikTok, family. I got to. I was a male. That's why I'm saying, why, as men, are we scared of very educated, independent women? Both of my wives, my ex-wives, worked. It was a time, now I drove tractor trailers. I started driving tractor trailers. So it was a time where I might have left one job to get ready for another job. She carried the weight. I couldn't stay out too long, you get me? Maybe a week. I don't know if I stayed out too, but maybe a week. But both of them would maintain whatever needed to be done. But I knew I couldn't stay out too long because the mortgage had to be paid. The car payments had to be paid. The insurance. So it was like a mini vacation. And switching up to move to another job and paying me better money. That's the only time I would leave a job. To get paid more money. So my ex-wives and I, we raised them together. Now, because I made a little bit more, right? And I like to say this sometimes because I'm talking about being married, man. My ex-wife money was her money. Didn't I say ex-wife? I said wife. Her money was her money. And the money that I made, no matter what I paid in the house, that was her money too. My ex-wife knew. Say like she needed $1,000 extra for something somewhere along the line. Now mind you, she working. They know, my whole family know. When it comes to money on that sense, you gotta let me know in advance. I don't never tell them no. Say like in 2 weeks, she like, Steve, look, I'm gonna need $1,000 because we gotta do this, we gotta do that. All right, no problem. So that gives me time to continue doing what I'm doing and then to make sure she got that extra. You get me? Even though her money was her money and my money was her money. See, gentlemen, what I'm trying to say? Men take care of their responsibilities. Why be intimidated by a woman? Because of her education. My ex-wife, which amazed me, family. She said she wanted to become a lawyer. I said, all right, go for it. Because I was going to make sure the house taken care of, you get me? I wanted her to fulfill her dream, her passion. She became a CNA. The reason why I'm saying she became a look, she got photographic memory. The study she had to do to become a CNA. I'm talking about to become like a nurse and all of that. The information that they have to store here, photographic memory, blew my freaking mind. You know how we take three words, right, and put them all together and it become one word? She can pronounce all of that stuff. I'm like, ah! I came out in the 10th grade. I'm like, how you do that? Now I should be intimidated by her, right? I'm like, ah! I watched her. I will watch her and Kaya. That's my oldest stepdaughter. Very, very smart, intelligent young lady. Educationally. She didn't want people to know she was as smart as she was. I said, don't you ever feel bad about being a very intelligent young lady. I would watch her and her mother. She pronouncing these words and making sure her mother knew how to spell them and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God. I could have ran. Educated. When I met her, she didn't have a high school diploma. She went back and got everything. And then she moved on. So I'm saying this, man. Never feel intimidated by a woman and her education and her independence. I have a housing program. So I deal with a lot of women family that's on DSS. They might have 5 children. They can't afford a regular rent. So my goal is to help them to become more financially independent. So when I hear y'all talk about things like that, that really bothers Big Unc. When you got a woman, and I always use this one as an example, right? 5 children. Might have 5 different baby daddies. None of the fathers want to help take care of the babies. So the mother is basically doing everything by herself. I already know that. I watched Barbara Jean Copeland, my mother. Raised 7 children by herself. 7 different men. They might have, but I don't know. I watched my mother work, take care of us. That's why she taught me to maintain the household. 10 years old brothers. I can't even tell you right now if my father living or not, brothers. I'm 64. But I watch my mother. That's why I do what I do when it comes to the housing program. To help single mothers to become more independent. And to hear y'all say something like that. Why? When you got a mother with 5 children, and you might have 2 of them or 3 of them, or all 5 might be yours, and you ain't giving her a goddamn dime to help. Who gonna take care of them? So the goal is, when they come in, you get her into, you see where she at as far as what do she want to do career-wise with her life. Watch this, brothers. Some of them might say, Mr. Steve, I want to go to cosmetology school. Some of them might say, Mr. Steve, I want to become a lawyer. Y'all know they have programs out there in Baltimore City, apprenticeship programs. They get grant money to educate the people. I had to reach out to business like this. Okay? So, if that mother, which I know she's on DSS, I know she can't afford a $1,500 month rent or mortgage. I charge $6. If you show me you can pay $600 a month, each month, the goal is to get you with HUD housing. They have a lot of housing vouchers, not just Section 8. You can even buy a house with a Section 8. Gentlemen, now I'm looking at the women. Independent, responsible women maintaining a household by themselves. So the goal is, if they say, Mr. Steve, I want to drive a tractor trailer, you get them into that school. If they say, Mr. Steve, I mentioned cosmetology, right? Say like they want to get into bricklaying. Because, yeah, you got women that get into construction, too. You got women that get into heavy-duty equipment, too. Let me tell you that, because this is what I deal with other people that have programs that can help them, gentlemen, to become more independent, to be able to maintain their household by themselves, since y'all don't want to help them. And they're going to turn around and get mad, gentlemen, because they take you down to child support because you're not taking care of your child support. You're not taking care of your child with some support. But now you get mad because child support is going to hold you accountable for you're not taking care of your responsibilities. I listen to y'all cry about that. They making me pay $10 a month. 10? Yeah. I can go to McDonald's and get something out the menu for that $10. What about your kid? Well, she had. Let me stop. That's why I wanted y'all to come up here. That's why I wanted some brothers to come up here on TikTok. Come up here. Because I'm going to get your ass. Come up here. I want you to come up here with that crying little boy stuff to me. Come up here. See? Blame it on my mother. Look. My brothers, blame it on my mother. Blame it on my mother. My mother was the one that taught me, man, take care of their responsibilities. Don't blame me, okay? Because she was the one that taught me how to cook, clean. So, look at this right here. I went down there to make me a plate, right? Let me show y'all. This is my plate right here. Look, how about me? Look, family. I contribute that to my mother. And guess what? I'm just showing y'all. Taught me very well. I'm a well-dressed man. I like playing with colors. Excuse me, family. I like playing with colors. Now, I want to say this right, because a lot of people, don't you ever, when I start bragging and boasting and stuff like that, don't take it the wrong way. Do not. Do not take it the wrong way. That's my courage. That's my confidence. I'm talking about a guy that used to drink. I'm talking about a guy that used to speedball. If you know what speedballing is. Do you think people with courage and confidence and high self-esteem gonna put poison in their bodies? I got high. Not one of my wives got high. Somebody had to be stronger. You get me? So once I stopped using, family, you know my self-esteem is as low as an ant. And you know how low an ant is, right? I had to start building up on my courage and my confidence. I didn't have nothing in me now to make me feel important. Substituting. 33 and a half years. January the 26th, 2000. This 2000. And, oh my God, look at me. Look at me. I'm 26. I'll have next year, January. God's will, a day at a time. 34 years clean. I don't want no dope, fam. I don't want no cane, fam. Okay? I don't want no alcohol, fam. If I want to go buy some dope, some coke, some cane and all that, I can. I can. I got the money to do it. I got the money to put the package back out there. And men, the reason why I'm saying this, right? Building up your courage, your confidence, know who you are as a man. Let me look. I don't care how much money a woman might have. If she come in my life, millionaire, billionaire, and trillionaire, I don't care. Because I'm going to love her. I'm going to embrace her. I'm going to honor her. Know why? Because I honor me. I love me. So the material things is just an added plus. Y'all didn't realize that? I don't carry money like I used to. I'm talking about in my wallet. I got money in my wallet right now and I forgot it was in there. I forgot. I use my card. I remember at one time, gentlemen, how money has so much energy and power. And it does, please don't get it wrong. But I started understanding money can't buy you happiness. Money can't buy you joy. Yeah? So I'm going to say this again. Whenever you hear me and you say it's his pride, it's his ego, it's his arrogance, you're goddamn right. It's his confidence. Let me hear you say that. He ain't dealing with low self-esteem like he used to. Try me. Try me. Because what I learned through the process, family, to stand on some morals, values, and principles. Try me. I try my best not to fall for anything, you get me? Y'all get me? Even though I'm a loving, caring, kind, considerate person, sometimes I had to ball up and play tough for the moment. So don't ever get it mixed up, brothers. Don't get it mixed up. Sometimes women admire that in their man. Mainly if they are strong, powerful women. Why would they want some weak man in their life? If you know financially y'all got it, you don't worry about that part. Right now, this is where I'm at in life, family. Being an ordained deacon, I call myself a minister for Christ. Strengthen the Community, LLC, is my business. The Latanya D. Copeland House of Hope is my housing program. The Couch Talk Show, which I'm on now, is my live stream broadcast. Stream TV is my TV channel, stuff that I created. Basically trying to get out there like a Oprah Winfrey or Donna Hugh and all that. You got to start somewhere. You get it? It's my courage. It's my confidence. It's my vision. It's my passion. It's what God laid on my spirit to help our homeless and less fortunate individuals. Listen to what I'm saying about the courage and the confidence, brothers. Never get intimidated by a woman that wants to stand up on her own. If you can do it, why can't they do it? Why am I going to feel intimidated? Last grade completed, ninth grade. Ninth grade education. I wouldn't care how many letters you got behind your name. You think that intimidates me? Because 9 times out of 10, my personal experience will eat your letters up. Where did you think you learned that information from? People like myself, who feeds it into when they do surveys, when people speak out about certain things like big mouth, bald head black dude. I sit down with doctors and scientists and all of that. Because they're very, very educated people. They lived a very, very privileged life. So certain things they might not understand. Like living in the gutter, living in the hood. So you can explain certain things to them, but then flip it around to show them how you was able to come up out of certain things, gentlemen. And I'm going to say our women too. That don't intimidate me. That's why I had to teach my daughters. Now I'm watching them go through their own process. Yes, I would love for them to be married. Yes, I would love for them to, all that Gucci good stuff. As a religious man, started out religious. As a spiritual man, still is. I know what I bring. I want me a strong, educated, independent woman. I want one. Baltimore City. I want me a strong, educated, independent woman. I retired from trucking at 58. I'm 64. Trying to run my own business and do everything like this and like that. I'm getting tired. I want me a sugar mama. I might need a therapist, y'all. I want me a woman to take care of me. I want a woman to take care of me, Baltimore City. I have always taken care of women. Now I want one to take care of me, brothers. I don't have a problem. Let me look at my time because I don't want to go past my hour. I don't have no problem being in the kitchen, cooking your food, right? I help because I know what I bring. Look at this right here. Look. I know what I bring to the table. Okay? All this microwavable too. I know what I bring to the table. So I don't mind being in the kitchen, stirring it up in the pan. I don't mind women. I want a woman to take care of me. I'm so used to, well, now y'all know. Big Unc is in sugar daddy retirement mode, right? Basically, the only people that extra money for me like they do. I be trying not to, family. My dang old kids. Dad, I need 200, 300. I'm like, where your money at? Where your money? What is y'all doing? Somebody sending me this discount bull crap. What did y'all do? TikTok, stop. But look, y'all. Y'all know I'm a goofball. I like having fun too. Um, I had some guys, right, young guys, because my daughters are independent, right. I be listening to them, and I tell them this, right. I'm the one. Now, I'm not saying my wife ain't had nothing to do with it. Please don't take it wrong. But I'm just saying, as a father, taught my girls certain things to watch out for. From crutball men, like their father used to be. So the point is giving them certain signs to recognize. You understand that? My 25-year-old, she's not with her friend no more. And she been with him, she lost herself to him, the virginity wise, right? Let me share this with y'all brothers. My biggest thing was, since my daughter not with him no more, I don't want her running around sleeping with any and everybody. So we had that conversation. She's like, Dad, I ain't gonna do this, I ain't gonna do that. Now mind you, she got her own place, she can do what she want. But I don't want her to feel like she gotta use this to please everybody else. I know she hurt, I know she going through things, but you don't have to use this. So I had to start encouraging her, motivating her, empowering her. Even though I know she's hurt. How many men can do that with their daughters? I just don't want her to use her body to fill that spot. And that was one of my biggest things, family. She said, Dad, I'm not going to do that. Now I know she, but her thing is, I'm going to focus more on my career. She's working in a law firm, gentlemen. Her goal is to go back to college, to become a lawyer. That's where her mindset is at. Those are the type of people that she associates with. Very well educated people. Little Steve plays soccer. Some of the same boys that he played with when he was 5 years old, they white. They still hang out to this day. They 23 and 24. You know why I'm saying this? I'm looking at Nolan as well. I'm looking at, oh my God, I haven't heard too much about it lately. The, what's his name? But anyway, I'm just saying this as a father, family. As a man, as a responsible, productive man. On one of my lives, I made a statement to the families. Not Noel's family. To the boys' family. Number one, y'all covering up something. Y'all are trying to cover up something. Nowhere in the world, if I know my child didn't do certain things, I'm going to reach out as much as they doing with this lawyer coming in now. What is y'all hiding? And that's the statement I made. Now I'm saying this as a parent. And it doesn't matter your color. I'm saying this as a parent. What is y'all hiding? It's starting to get real sloppy and real nasty. And then the family already lost their son. And then they being scrutinized for trying to find out what really happened to their son. But to get back to the prompt, why are men scared of strong, educated, independent women? Now, as a man, I can only speak for me. As a very strong, independent black man, I want a very strong, powerful, independent woman because I know what you can bring, just like I know what I can bring to the relationship. Now, and if you want to base it on finances, financially, materialistically, we're going to be comfortable anyway. I want you to feel good about yourself. I want you to feel real, real, real special inside. And if being a very educated, independent woman, and that's what makes you feel special, do what you gotta do. All right. I'm looking at Steve. I'm looking at the type of life he lived. He did not grow up in the inner city. None of my kids grew up in the inner city. That's why their father go back to help build back up. I try not to share too much because I was putting a lot of my business out because I wanted people to know what I was doing here and there, and the wrong people came into my life. So it was suggested to me to stop publicizing too much. So I try to be careful now when it comes to business or the projects that we're working on. But I will share a little bit just to let you know. Give you a little hint. Those that understand where I'm coming from will get it. I'm talking about business-wise. If I feel like you playing me, you manipulating me, you trying to use me, I'm going to back up off of you. Now, do that sound like a black man that's scared? Gotta have confidence and courage in yourself, bro. Gotta have courage and confidence in yourself. This is what attracts the women. Women have never been a problem for me. I was always a problem with stepping out to women. I had to learn to stop. A day at a time. Now I'm single. Been single for 7 years. I do want to date to marry if it happened again. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm talking about like restart a family. No. I don't have that energy to run around and show my child that personal attention like that. I'm in granddaddy mode. Let me hold her here, take her back. I can tell you bring her over 10 minutes later, I don't feel like being bothered, come back and get them. They're yours, not mine. You can have them. I'm in granddaddy mode. So gentlemen, since y'all chump tails on TikTok, and I know a lot of y'all looking over here, I know it. Continue taking your scurry tails over there on platforms where that thing get messy and nasty and chaotic and debatable. You know, Big Unc ain't gonna debate y'all. I'm gonna come in with the truth, and y'all don't like it. Because sometimes I go like, kid, I go on kid platform, right? I be listening to a bunch of guys talking bull crap. I'm like, listen to these dudes. Listen to them. And I step in, right? Because, I'm big on. I'm older, so I played a lot of the games that I be hearing them. I be hearing. I can just about tell you the ages they are. I'll be like, yeah, you such and such and such. I might be off a year or two, but I can tell you the ages when I hear them speak in certain ways because it remind me like when I was 35, 36, certain little things, right? I'm like, oh my God. You can hear some that's more settled and mature, but they young, but they talk like they much older. That's wiser, being wise from life experience, but they're young. I get that. And that's amazing, y'all. I'm just saying this to be 64 years old and can recognize your own self. Now, we're men and other men. It blows me away. So, not being smart if you're young, don't try to put yourself in the mindset of a 64-year-old. If you in your teens, you in your 20s, you in your 30s, you in your 40s, you in your 50s, don't put your mindset where a 64-year-old is at, because you can only think from where you at. Because now you're dealing with life experiences at 50, not 64. Because I can tell you right now, the way I seen life during my 50s, I don't see it during my 60s, not like that. You start settling down more, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You understand how important your peace is. So let me share this, queens. This is what I said, because I am a man of God. I serve in the body of Christ. If you're not there with me, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, we're not evenly yoked. I can't take it this time. Okay? And I know some of y'all probably like, well, why? One, I was called to the ministry. And if you're going to be with me, I don't need you to be like, well, you do this too much there, you do that too much here, you do this right here. Well, you had a problem with cheating. Is you cheating again? If I want to cheat, I'm going to cheat. Okay? And believe me, when I cheated, it didn't personally have nothing to do with them. That was me. Get it in your head. You can do everything right, queens and gentlemen. If she wants to give that body to somebody just like me, if she want to give that body to somebody just like me, we're going to do it, no matter how good you might do us, sexually and stuff like that. Now listen to me. All men ain't going to tell you that. They want you to feel bad because they feeling bad. And women will do it too. But that's not my problem. I have to focus on Steve Copeland. So why are men? Why are you scared of a strong, educated, independent woman? Because you're not there. Mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That don't even cause a dime. You can't put a price on that. My heart. You can't put a price on it. I've learned to love me. I learned to treasure me. I started realizing the material things come and go. I used to weigh over 300 pounds. I'm under 200. You think I can still fit the same clothes? Well, I can get in them. They're going to be big and baggy. I done lost weight again. Some of the pants that I got now, and I'm like, God dang it, I got to get some more. But look, I love y'all. My hour is up. But men, stand firm, stand strong on your beliefs. Okay? Independent men take care of their responsibilities. Love y'all. Have a great night.